Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nityanandam, can you all hear me?
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I kind of joined late as I. Oh, one moment, ma. My computer did not. I just did not work. Suddenly, I'm just speaking so that I want to get that feedback. My computer did not work, so I went and got somebody else's laptop. My regular laptop suddenly giving some issues. This camera doesn't show up. So. Oh. So suddenly I went and got somebody else. So kind of late. I hope you could listen to me. Yes. Moment. Somebody else's laptop suddenly.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Paramashivoham Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, we offer our humble obeisance, our humble pranams to the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. We welcome all the viewers across the world for Uttam Uttama Seva to Paramashiva. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time to KAILASA's Nithyananda TV, welcome to the official TV channel for Sri KAILASA, the only and greatest Hindu nation in the world. Nithyananda Paramashivam, His Divine Holiness, is the reviver of KAILASA, the ancient enlightened civilization, and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness is an avatar from and is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness had made science of the power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities for humanity. Sovereign Order of KAILASA, led by His Divine Holiness, and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora are working for global peace and to give a super consciousness breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University is the world's largest university with extended campuses from 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism. And 64 sacred arts and sciences like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, and astrology and Vastu. His Divine Holiness is the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pitam. ancient apex body of Hinduism, and the present emperor of Suryavamshi Surangi Samrajyam. His Divine Holiness has survived the worst persecution of many assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. To explore the videos, you can visit KAILASA's Nithyananda YouTube channel. For all of us, millions of Sri Kailasavasis all over the world, you and me. If we have had any spiritual breakthrough, any great experience of Kundalini awakening, if today we are able to manifest Shaktis, it is because at the mere age of 12, His Divine Holiness did the Tyaga of sitting with utmost sincerity and ferociousness with himself and manifesting this ultimate spiritual breakthrough. Paramashiva has come down on planet Earth and manifested this grand Leela of his life for each and every one of us to be part. His Divine Holiness has taken this physical form and came down from Kailasa itself. Now that His Divine Holiness is here, we can celebrate his happening on planet and spread the message of Sri Kailasa. We invite all the viewers to share this link with all on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all on other social media platforms. There are innumerable reasons why His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam happened on planet Earth. He happened to cause the next evolutionary breakthrough for life on Earth. He happened to cause the Satya Yuga once again. He happened for the fulfillment of consciousness itself. He happened for the entire humanity, and he happened exclusively for you at the same time. Ultimately, however, in words that cannot quite summarized either by himself or his devotees, the true reason behind the happening of His Divine Holiness is nothing but pure compassion. This revelation will happen in you after reading and listening to the full life story of His Divine Holiness, all of his gifts for humanity and his sacrifices. You will journey through all the years that his feet graced the planet Earth. You will learn the greatest of his lessons, and your aspirations for life itself will mature. You or yourself will have the realization that brings tears to your eyes and ultimate surrender into your mind. Avatar of Paramashiva happened on planet just to ensure that we realize we are also Paramashiva. Today, during the Uttama Seva to Paramashiva, we will explore more on the autobiography of the Avatar. We do not know how many births we have struggled or prayed to have a master. We are not even aware of our own true yearning. A master happening in our life is not a joke. We ourselves do not know how many births we have struggled and prayed intensely to have a glimpse of a living master. First, we should understand, for human beings such as you and I, our life stories are written after we die. But for the avatar, the script is written and the avatar comes down and then it is enacted. Listening to the experiences of His Divine Holiness is literally an initiation. The seed of possibility for that experience to happen in us is bestowed and blessed on us. We must understand that the ultimate truth of His Divine Holiness life is that from the very beginning, he is the ultimate consciousness and has been expressing Paramashiva from the beginning. Never once he came down from that space. Just for the sake of our transformation, His Divine Holiness shares the experiences of his life so that our whole biology can catch what he's saying and what he experienced and reflects that very experience in our inner space. When we listen to that experiences, we have the opportunity to raise ourselves that minute to the higher consciousness. Having that in our inner space, let us understand from the very beginning about the life of the avatar.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda
We all know, or we're each learning how every single happening from the lifetime of the avatar, from the moment that he descended on the planet Earth, it is a conscious happening, a conscious decision made for the super conscious breakthrough of humanity itself. Swami says so beautifully that he happened as a nuclear explosion, a life positive explosion, which came down to planet Earth through the Mahakala Bhairava deity in the Arunachaleshwara temple, was birthed by his guru, by the great enlightened being.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Completing with all the viewers for the technical difficulties. The moment upon his advent onto planet Earth, every single action, every single decision of the avatar of His Divine Holiness, whom we are blessed to be able to call as Swamiji, From the moment of his happening, each action, each decision has been a conscious awakening, has been a conscious decision, action, fused and fueled by the consciousness, the pure consciousness. Even the very birth itself, for normal human beings, we do not remember the exact moments of our birth, even though it is such a pivotal experience in our life, the very moment that we awaken, that we become conscious on planet Earth. But instead, our first memory is around the age of 3 years, 3 or 4 years old, later on in our lives, when an individual identity starts happening and an individual purpose in our life starts happening. However, for an incarnation, the before even landing on planet Earth, everything is a conscious decision, fueling our life with more and more conscious decisions and conscious actions is the purpose of aligning to a spiritual lifestyle, of ultimately living enlightenment. From the age of 3 years old, His Divine Holiness has been training in yoga, after which he was initiated in numerous vratas, in ritualistic initiations, into sannyas, into so many different initiations by his gurus, Mataji Vibhudanandapuri. As Swamiji says, from the very young age, from the moment of his happening, His Divine Holiness is nothing but the Guru Shishya Parampara gone right. And Kailasa is nothing but that Guru Shishya Parampara gone right. And why? We must remember continuously the Guru Shishya Parampara is what we are living in the lifestyle of Kailasa, in the enlightenment ecosystem, is not something that is simply brought to us by Swamiji, but brought by Paramashiva himself, bringing that awareness inside of us, knowing that it is not just a simple coincidence that we are having the knowledge and being able to live the enlightenment, the science of enlightenment, but also being able to have the experience of all the beautiful truths, the different vratas, and the different initiations that Swamiji has been giving us for the last 6 years. As Swamiji has been saying in Satsang as well, the first part, what he first did upon starting the revival of Kailasa, is bringing to the whole planet Earth the state of Paramashiva, then the space of Paramashiva, then the powers of Paramashiva, the super consciousness, the being of Paramashiva, and now he's revealed the super consciousness of Paramashiva. From the very beginning, from the science, the state of Paramashiva, what he is revealing to us, it is all something which he has carried down from his own gurus and given us as the best, the gift from Kailasa, from the great enlightenment ecosystem. Whether it is the yoga, the Nirahara Samyama, puja, the temple lifestyle, all of these various aspects are all what His Divine Holiness Swamiji has himself received, has himself gotten from the great enlightened beings, the best enlightened beings who were living in Tiruvannamalai at that time. And then he is now gifting that to each and every one of us. The Swamiji has continuously given us the truths and emphasized the need for the guru disciple relationship. The Guru Shishya Parampara, which he is literally roaming Kailasa for and around, is the culmination of 10,000 years of such a long amount of time of so many different enlightened beings and their contribution towards the Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the whole world. Finally, it is culminated and is being revived by His Divine Holiness through Kailasa. Whether it is the great works and the truths, the profound truths revealed by Ramana Maharshi, who's had the disciple Annamalai Swamigal, and who Swamiji himself lived and learned around, or Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, who was in the lineage of incarnations of Paramashiva himself, or Isaki Swamigal, Mataji Vibhudanandapuri, Yoganandapuri, and so many countless others who are all the predecessors, the gurus, who had given this science of enlightenment through various ways that he is now reviving and giving to us as a lifestyle with so many millions of people and so many millions of lives transformed. His Divine Holiness says to us beautifully just the role of being a disciple, the space of being a disciple. Even after enlightenment, we will completely lose that bliss. Of course, we go beyond that, even that bliss, but even after enlightenment, it's the space of being a disciple that we truly can miss. Even after enlightenment, it is a joy just to be sitting and melting and listening to the words of the enlightened being, which His Divine Holiness Swamiji has spent years sitting around his gurus in Tiruvannamalai and soaking in the ultimate truths, the profound truths of the science of enlightenment. His Divine Holiness Swamiji remembers Ramana Maharshi, the great enlightened being who has contributed so much to the whole world in the field of spirituality as his first love. Just how so many of us will remember the first person that caught our eyes and that we started having affection, feeling connection towards. Just like that, for Swamiji, for an enlightened being incarnation, it was none other than Ramana Maharshi whom he calls the first guru, the first love that he had. He had read all of the books, so many of the great truths, and even sat at the feet of Ramana Maharshi's direct disciple, Annamalai Swamigal. It was Annamalai Swamigal who had given the technique to Swamiji for enlightenment, for the first enlightenment experience, the first profound experience, which had ultimately given and awakened the power to initiate others into the superconscious breakthrough. Then it was Yogi Ram Surat Kumar as well, whom Swamiji learned the Advaita and Bhakti yoga. In this way, so many of the gurus, different aspects of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Swamiji had received from them and is now giving us. Today, during the Uttamottama Seva, we are offering Uttamottama Seva, the best of the best offerings, to Bhagavan Surya. Surya, who is known as the Lord, who is the Sun himself and incarnation of Paramashiva, energy of Paramashiva himself. Coming from Paramashiva as the source, from the source of Paramashiva himself. Swamiji beautifully narrates how at the age of 10 years old, during his
bless you all.
At the age of 10 years old, His Divine Holiness Swamiji had the darshan of Paramashiva himself, who was the very embodiment of Paramashiva, Arunagiri Yogishwara. And for a 9-month period, Paramashiva himself played the Leela of Guru and as disciple, giving to all of us the most ideal Guru-disciple relationship of how we can learn from the Guru and have a beautiful receiving space from the Guru. In this 9 months' time, it was Arunagiri Yogishwara who gave the whole science of astrology to Swamiji. And at that time, he brought down all of the Navagrahas, including Bhagavan Surya, to the planet Earth just in front of him. And simply like that, he had taught the whole science of astrology to Swamiji. All of the divine revelations that His Divine Holiness has made on astrology is from these intimate moments with Arunagiri Yogishwara when he had first learned the whole science of astrology, Vedic astrology, and how all of the Navagrahas, the different planets, have different effects on our life, and each of them, without any ill effect on you, do guide each and every one of you to enlightenment. And each of them play a part in guiding you towards enlightenment and liberating yourself. His Divine Holiness Swamiji reveals this great truth, this great powerful cognition on the whole Navagrahas, saying that it is Arunagiri Yogeshwara himself who had taught this whole science to him and now is gifting that towards us. Today, as we offer the Uttamottama Seva to Bhagavan Surya, let us pray for this same space of and this same high, powerful cognition to be seated inside of us. And we manifest our life only from this powerful cognition. With this, let us move forward in the Uttamottama Seva introduction today and learn more about the Uttamottama Seva and the offering to Bhagavan Surya.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The best of the best. Uttamottama is best of the best and Seva is offering. It is the ritual of offering the best of the best to Paramashiva. Whatever we offer to Paramashiva comes back to us thousandfold, many menialfold. And Paramashiva is the source of all, everything that we have, be it grains, knowledge, skill, or people, everything. Offering the best of the best is a way we can offer our gratitude to Paramashiva and being integrated to him and his words. Agamas is the only thing we can actually offer to him. And as per the instructions of Paramashiva, in the physical form, this Satchala Murti, the avatar, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, we offer this seva to Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva, Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, the presiding deity of the Nithyananda Sangha. Uttamottama Seva is intricate ritual that is described by Paramashiva himself. So many offerings are there that come down from the best of the best that is offered in Vedic tradition. From the instrument to the offering of the food that should be offered to Paramashiva. the various types of dance and the way it is danced. And the Uttamottama Seva is described by Paramashiva as the best of the best. So why should we offer the best of the best to Paramashiva? Lives in Adi Kailash, Adi Sarvajna Pita as Kalpa Vriksha, as the one who gives whatever we ask. The Abhishekam, Vastram, Gandham, Abharanam, Archanam, Dhupam, Deepam, Naivedyam, Aratrikam, Deepopacharam, Pushpanjali, Chaturvedam, Gruhya Suktam, Agamastotram, Dravida Vedam, Natyam, Sangeetam, Vadyam, and Swasti Vachanam. The source of all these best things, Paramashiva. He has given this to us. Offering them back to his feet is what we do during this seva, whereby we experience intense Shaktinipata and Advaita, the space of oneness with him. And as a result, we live in the state, radiate the space, and manifest the Shaktis of Paramashiva. The best of the best offered as Naivedyam, the best movements a body can make, offered as dance and Nitya Seva, the best of sound, offered as music, Sangeeta Seva, and the best of consciousness, offered as power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana. The best that humanity can offer to Paramashiva as gratitude is offered in Uttamottama Seva. Today, we offer Uttamottama Seva to Lord Surya. Manifest the Shaktis of Paramashiva. The best of the best offered Bhagwan Surya, an energy representing strong fundamental force, heals us all of our engrams, brings completion. He is the main deity of the Navagrahas, or the 9 planets of the Hindu astrology as well. He is also considered as one of the Navagrahas. Surya is the chief of the Navagrahas. Surya is often portrayed as riding a chariot driven by 7 horses, or alternatively by 1 horse with 7 heads. These 7 horses represent the colors of the rainbow, and 7 chakras in the subtle human body as well. Lord Surya is regarded as the supreme being among the followers of the Saura sect. There are 7 Sampradayas. In that one, Saura Sampradaya is one of the major Sampradaya in Sanatana Hindu. The Sauras worship him, Lord Surya, as one of the major forms of God, the supreme God. Lord Surya is the bestower of light and life to the totality of the cosmos. With his unblinking, all-seeing eye, he is the stern guarantor of justice. With the utmost universal connection of light, with enlightenment or illumination, the sun is the source of wisdom. Surya, the presiding deity of our sun, is also known as Aditya, as he is being the son of Aditi, who is worshipped as the sustainer of life on earth. Sanatana Hindu Dharma has given prime importance to worship of Lord Surya through the practice of Sandhya Vandanam, the ritual to be performed by all the Dvijas, wearers of the sacred thread, that is the twice born, every day during sunrise, noon, and sunset, where our prayers are offered to Lord Surya through the chanting of the Gayatri Mantra. The sacred hymn to be the brilliance of the sun god revealed in the Rig Veda. Another important hymn to the Lord Surya is the Aditya Hrudayam. This is the Stotram, the sacred hymn dedicated to Lord Aditya. The Aditya Hrudayam Stotram dedicated to Lord Surya is one of the most powerful hymns that humanity can put into use in times of need. These sacred verses find a mention in the Yuddha Khanda of sage Valmiki Ramayana, and the stotram was recited by sage Agastya to Lord Sri Rama just before the war against Ravana. Aditya Hrudayam is so named because, according to the great commentator of Ramayana, Sri Govindaraja, it is the prayer that pleases the heart of Lord Aditya. It is in this gripping scenario that the whole of this hymn is recited. Lord Rama put Lord Ravana in the famous war between Lord Rama and Ravana. The fight was at the peak, and Lord Rama put Lord Ravana in a state where he could not fight back any longer for the day. Rama sent Ravana back home to get ready to fight better next time, or agree to surrender, then return Mother Sita back. However, Ravana was adamant to fight back. While the battle began between them for the third time, Ravana was mesmerized at Lord Rama's vibrant posture and valor. During this final war between Lord Rama and Ravana in Ramayana, Rama has used all kinds of weapons and missiles against Ravana, but in vain. The overload of the Rakshasas seemed invincible. Lord Rama, currently a normal human being and not all that powerful Lord Vishnu, is tormented by fatigue, both mentally and physically. He glances at his enemy, who is ready for battle, and worry crosses his brow. Ravana was not fighting back much. However, every time Rama removed the head of Ravana, another one came back up. Almost 107 times, Rama cut Ravana's head was shot, but Rama was not sure on what to do and is becoming lifeless. During this time, Agastya arrived. The famous saint who is known to make the entire ocean water be to the sun through his power. He preached Lord Rama to rejuvenate himself with a prayer to Lord Narayana within the sun. Every morning, sun releases his powerful rays to strengthen us and give us abilities to perform for that day. Behind his power exists the real strength who drives everyone, Lord Narayana. So Agastya Muni's preaching on prayer to Lord Sun, Surya, is termed as Aditya Hrudayam. After this, Lord Rama chanted this verse 3 times. This Aditya Hrudayam, after chanting 3 times, Lord Rama was energized, and then the battle continued. And Lord Rama won and killed Ravana. So Bhagavan Surya is the fire energy, and Sanatana Hindu Dharma is only living science that mastered this science of connecting with the energies through worship. Impact of worship, you will immediately see with increased efficiency, the sudden sense of relief, since some old patterns and situations repeating in your life ends. And often Bhagavan Surya is worshipped by students to break exam fear, establish success in business, new career, or start of any new venture, so old engrams are warded off. Lord Surya is also considered as a god of good health, bestows us immunity and digestive fire energy to withstand or prevent many diseases. So, to let's watch today our Gurukul Balasans offering the Uttamottama Seva to Lord Surya. We offer this seva to the gratitude to our beloved Guru, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let us watch. Stay tuned to this offering of this Uttamottama Seva by our Gurukul Balasans.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeswari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeswari Paramashivam is the offering of the Chaturvedam. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeswari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeswari Paramashiva Chaturveda Priya Chaturvedam Avadharaya. Hari Om Agnimi Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Nitijam Hota Aram Ratnadhatavam Hari Om Visheto Jetva Vayavasto Payavasta Devo Vastavita Prarthayitu Shreshtatamaya Karmane Hari Om.
The last meeting.
अग्न आया हि पीतये ग्रहाणो हव्यधातये निहोता सत्सि बर्हिषि हरिः ओम् अथर्ववेद तन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शय्योरभिश्रवन्तु नः हरिः ओम्. The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeswari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeswara Paramashivam is the offering of the Agama Shlokas. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeswari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeswara Paramashiva Agama Shloka Priya Agama Shlokam Avadharaya. Agatam Shivavastrebhyo Gatam Cha Girijamukhe Matam Hi Vasudevasya Tasmadagama Uchyate Shri Bhagavanuvacha Surya Chandramaso Vasnit Tridhama Parikalpana Trinetra Kalpana Mahyam Tadarthamiha Drishyate Ati Kautuhala Vishta Richhasye Tachshunu Priye Yanme Netrantare Vasnit Yadvamritamannuttamam Mahapashupatam Mahyam Vishnostaccha Sudarshanam Brahmano Brahmadandastu Sarvesham Swam Swamayudham. Next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeswari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeswara Paramashivam is the offering of the Stotra Seva. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeswari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeswara Paramashiva Stotra Priya Stotram Avadharaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya Sakala Tattvatmakaya Sarvamantra Swarupaya Sarvayantradhishkitaya Sarvatantra Swarupaya Sarvatattvaviduraya Brahmarudravatarinne Neelakanthaya Parvati Manoharaya Somasuryagnilochanaya Bhasmodulita Vigrahaya Mahamani Mukutadharanaya Manikya Bhushanaya Srishtisthiti Pralaya Kala Raudravataraya Dakshadvaradvamshakaya Mahakala Bhedanaya मूलाधारैकनिलयाय तत्त्वातीताय गंगाधराय सर्वदेवादिदेवाय षडाश्रयाय वेदान्तसाराय त्रिवर्गसाधनाय अनन्तकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकाय अनन्तवासुकितक्षककार्कोटकशङ्खगुलिकपद्ममहापद्मेति अष्टमहानागकुलभूषणाय प्रणवस्वरूपाय चिदाकाशाय आकाशदिक्स्वरूपाय ग्रहनक्षत्रमालिने सकलाय कलङ्करहिताय सकललोकैककर्त्रे सकललोकैकभर्त्रे सकललोकैकसंहर्त्रे सकललोकैकगुरवे सकललोकैकसाक्षिणे सकलनिगमगुह्याय सकलवेदान्तपारगाय सकललोकैकवरप्रदाय सकललोकैकशङ्कराय शशाङ्कशेखराय शाश्वतनिजावासाय निराभासाय निरामयाय निर्मलाय निर्मदाय निश्चिन्ताय निरहङ्काराय निरङ्कुशाय निष्कलङ्काय निर्गुणाय निष्कामाय निरुपप्लवाय निरुपद्रवाय निरवध्याय निरन्तराय निष्कारणाय निरन्तकाय निष्प्रपञ्चाय निस्सङ्गाय निर्द्वन्द्वाय निराधाराय निरागाय निष्क्रोधाय निर्लोपाय निष्पापाय निर्भयाय निर्भेदाय निर्विकल्पाय निष्क्रियाय निस्तुलाय निश्चंचयाय निरुपमविभवाय नित्यशुद्धबुद्धपरिपूर्ण सच्चिदानन्दाद्वयाय परमशान्तस्वरूपाय तेजोरूपाय तेजोमयाय जय जय रुद्र महारौद्र भद्रावतार महाभैरव कालभैरव कल्पान्तभैरव कपालमालाधर खड्वांग खड्ग चर्म पाशांकुश डमरू शूल चाप बाण गदा शक्ति भिंडिपाल तोमर मुसल मुद्गर पाश परिघ भुषुंडी षटग्नि चक्राध्यायुध भीषणकर सहस्रमुखदंष्ट्राकरालवदन विकटाट्टहास विस्फारित ब्रह्मांड मंडल नागेन्द्र कुंडल नागेन्द्रहार नागेन्द्रवलय नागेन्द्र चर्मधर मृत्युंजय त्रयंबक विश्वरूप विरूपाक्ष विश्वेश्वर ऋषभवाहन विश्वभूषण विश्वतोमुख सर्वतो रक्ष रक्ष मां ज्वल ज्वल महामृत्युमपमृत्युभयं नाशय नाशय चोरभयम् उत्सादय उत्सादय विषसर्पभयं शमय शमय चोरान् मारय मारय मम शत्रून् उच्चाटय उच्चाटय त्रिशूलेन विधारय विधारय कुठारेण भिण्डि भिण्डि खड्गेन छिण्डि छिण्डि खट्वाङ्गेन विपोधय विपोधय कुशलेन निष्पेषय निष्पेषय बाणैः सन्ताडय सन्ताडय रक्षांसि भीषय भीषय भूतानि वित्रावय वित्रावय कूष्माण्ड मारीच वेताल ब्रह्मराक्षसगणान् सन्ताटय सन्ताटय माम् अभयं कुरु कुरु वित्रस्त्वं माम् आश्वासय आश्वासय नरकभयान् माम् उद्धर उद्धर सञ्जीवय सञ्जीवय क्षुद्रुभ्यान् माम् आप्यायय आप्यायय दुःखादुरं नाम आनन्दय आनन्दय शिवकवचेन माम् आच्छाटय आच्छाटय मृत्युञ्जय त्र्यम्बक सदाशिव परमशिव नमस्ते नमस्ते. The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivam is the offering of the Dravida Veda. देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव द्राविड वेद प्रिय द्राविड वेदमवधारय. शिवा तिरुचित्रंबलम तोरुदैय सेवियन विदयेरिवोरुवन मदिसूदी காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசியன் உள்ளம் கவர் கல்வன் ஏடு சீருடைய மலரானுனை நான் பணித்தீர்த்த அருள் செய்த வீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் வேதிய பெம்மானிவனன்றே பெம்மானிவனன்றே. சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivam is the offering of the Sangeeta Seva. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Sangeeta Priya Sangeetam Avadharaya.
In today's Sangeeta Seva, we'll be offering the Suvarna Mala Stuti, a stuti composed by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, which describes Lord Shiva's beauty and qualities.
Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Isha Girisha Naresha Paresha Mahesha Vileshaya Bhushana Bho Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharan Metava Charanayukam. Isha Girisha Naresha Paresha Mahesha Vileshaya Bhushana Bho Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharan Metava Charanayukam. Umaya Divya Sumangala Vigrahaya Lingita Vamanga Vibho Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharan Metava Charanayugam. Shivaya Namaho Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaho Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya Ishivaramanasaham Chacharachara Janana Sthitilaya Karanabho Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharan Metava Charanayugam. Antahkarana Vishuddhim Bhaktim Tattvai Satim Pradehi Vibho Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharan Metava Charanayugam. Karuna Varunalaya Maidasa Udashastavochito Nadivo Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharan Metava Charanayugam. Shivaya Namaho Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaho Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaho Shivaya Namaha. Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaho Shivaya Namaha. Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaho Namah Shivaya.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
At the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivam is the offering of the Natya Seva. Deva Devottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Natya Priya Natyam Avadharaya. In today's Natya Seva, we will be depicting the story of when the young avatar came late for an initiation as he wanted more money from his grandfather. Then Arunagiri Yogeshwara makes him realize the inauthenticity of his greed and causes the sun to set twice on the same day. Once Arunagiri Yogeshwara was supposed to give the young Rajshekaran an initiation. He told him it's a ritualistic initiation, so prepare formally. The young Rajshekaran knew that for initiation he needed to get dakshina, which considered a fruit, a betel leaf, a betel nut, and he had also had to get a towel or a cloth. Rajshekaran knew that it would take only 1 rupee to get all the items. So he went to his grandfather and asked him for money, telling him it is a ritualistic ritual, so I need money to get the dakshina. The grandfather gives him the money. Arunagiri Yogeshwara had told Rajshekaran to be back before sunset. But Bhagavan thought he needed little more money so he could buy something on the way back from the temple.
So he started nagging his grandfather for more money, saying, Tata, Tata, please give me more money. And by the time his grandfather gave the money, the sun was almost set. When Rajshekhar went back, he saw Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Usually, Arunagiri Yogeshwara had a wide smile with his legs stretched out for Rajshekharan to come and hold. But this time, he barely had any expression on his face. Rajshekharan knew something was wrong and rushed to Arunagiri Yogeshwara immediately and told him, Swami, please forgive me. I have made a mistake. Arunagiri Yogeshwara then tells Rajshekharan about his greed and told him that he is being very greedy for money. It just shook Rajshekharan because for an initiation, he did not need extra money. He did not be standing there nagging his grandfather for money. Rajshekharan completely collapsed and chose Arunagiri Yogeshwara and decided to let go of his greed. Just then, to give the initiation, Arunagiri Yogeshwara lifted Rajshekharan turned his head, and the sun had risen again. In the United Press International archives, it is recorded of 2 sunsets in that year, the same time.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Nithyanandeshwar Paramashiva Nitya Priya Nityam Avadharaya. In today's Nritya Seva, a dance set to a stotra in praise of Lord Surya, the son of Sage Kashyapa, who, in his blazing form, seated on his chariot driven by 7 horses, brings light and warmth to the world every day. The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana Priya Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana Avadharaya. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Gandhvatitam Gagana Satusam
तत्त्वमस्य विलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyananda, I welcome all of you with my love and respect to this segment of the Uttomottama Seva, the Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana. I am Manitya Virjananda, and along with me I have Ma Shruti, who is an extraordinary power manifester. So, would you like to introduce yourself, Shruti?
Nithyananda, my name is Shruti and I am in Gurukul for past 2 years.
So, let us begin with a small introduction about the source of everything, about the source of Hinduism, the source of the universe. Who is Paramashiva? So, all of you wondering, who is Paramashiva? Paramashiva is a primordial deity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, and all-pervading us, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. He performed the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts, which is Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, maintenance or sustenance, Samhara, regeneration or dissolution, Trabhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities. Today, an incarnation of Paramashiva walks amongst us, who was the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanan, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, divine the ancient science of power manifestation from the Vedagamas. So, if you wondering what are exactly Vedagamas, a little introduction about them. Vedagamas are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truth. A reference cited from these Shastra or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana, which we'll be looking into shortly. The knowledge and science of manifesting the Vedagama truths are transmitted through Diksha or initiation. So, what exactly is Diksha? Diksha is a direct transfer of spiritual energy by an avatar. With this extreme love and compassion, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanan, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has initiated us into 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, out of which today you will be witnessing one of the most extraordinary power, which is the power of body scanning. Before we begin, I will give a little introduction about the power of body scanning. Now, why is this a Mahashakti? If you look at the statistics of people, most of the people get into disease because of the mental and emotional stress. Looking back at the traditional Vedic text, even in Ayurveda, if there's an issue, the diagnosis goes to whether the water is balanced, the Vata, Pitta, or Kapha. These are the 3 main doshas, which is there in Ayurveda, which causes all the diseases in our body. And the diseases in your body is balance. It always goes to the root of the cause, not just in the surface level. In Hinduism, everything is connected to the source and finally our consciousness. Finding the root of a problem can be the solution. Riding a disease complete of a person, for example, if you cut the stem of a plant, it will just continue to grow. Only when you pull up through the plant, it will stop growing. Like, for example, if you take a weed, only when you pluck it up from its root, the weed will stop, the weed will stop growing, right? But whereas if you just cut the stem alone, the weed will continue to make himself manipulate himself into many forms and everything. So only if you find the root of it, you'll be able to one for all cut short, like cut. And this is the power we'll be manifesting today. Understand, our volunteers going to experience the power of body scan from today.
where the third eye is not only going to scan the existential diseases, be it psychological or physical, to scan the root of the whole problem and further help in healing it also. Understand the third eye is so powerful that the minute the third eye falls at the person, healing automatically starts happening. So, so all the doctors out there, so you doing this power of body scanning actually makes your life a little more easier. Like, whereas becoming a qualified doctor, you need to study like 5 years of MBBS, like quickly go through all this training and everything, and then become a qualified doctor, right? But whereas just one touch of Swamiji, like how to say, just like one touch of Swamiji, you can become a doctor. So, so you choose whether you want to become becoming 5 years of like becoming doctor after 5 years, or becoming doctor after just a touch. So you can comment below which option you want to choose. So now I would like to invite my volunteer.
நான் தமிழ்நாட்டிலேருந்து வந்துக்கிறேன். 2006 சுவாமிஜியை பார்த்து 2009 to 2015 வரைக்கும் இங்கே நான் வந்து லாங் டேர்ம் வாலண்டியராக இருந்திருக்கிறேன். இப்போ இதெல்லாம் சுவாமிஜி பாலசன்ஸுக்கு குருகுல் பாலசன்ஸுக்கு ஒரு டச் மூலம் இனிஷியேஷன் மூலமாகவே அவங்களுக்கு பல பரமசிவ சக்தி பவர்ஸை கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. அந்த பிள்ளைங்க அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுறது நானே நேரடியாக பார்த்துக்கிறேன். இன்னைக்கு அது நான் உட்காந்துருக்குறேன். அவங்க வந்து பாடி ஸ்கேன் பண்ண போகிறாங்களாம். அது முடிஞ்ச உடனே என்னன்னு ரிசல்ட் சொல்கிறேன்.
Okay, so translating English. So she is Manikya Paripurni. She is from Tamil Nadu. Since 2006, she has been a devotee of Swamiji, and she has seen all this power manifestation. She has witnessed many of the Balasans doing this power over here. So today, so from 2006 to 2015, she has been a volunteer, a Pakka volunteer, and today she also wants to come and witness this power of body scanning. And yeah, after the power is manifested, she will come and let you guys know what are the things like chill cloth, cross verify, which is the correct thing. So ma, so உங்களோட பேக்ரவுண்ட் என்ன ஆக்சுவலா, நீங்க எங்க இருந்து வந்தீங்க, நீங்க என்ன வேலை செஞ்சீங்க, அது கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க.
நான் வந்து வேலையெல்லாம் பார்க்கல, பிகாம் படிச்சிருக்கிறேன். ஆனால் வீட்டில் தான் இருந்தேன். மற்றபடி வேலைக்கு எங்கேயும் போனதில்லை. சாமிஜியை பார்த்தோன்னே சரி நம்ம வந்து என்ன செய்ய முடியும், சாமிஜி வந்து இந்த ஹியூமனிட்டிக்கே சர்வீஸ் பண்ணணும் வந்து இருக்கிறாங்க. நம்மளால சாமிக்கு ஏதாவது என்ன பண்ண முடியும், அது பண்ணலாம்ங்கிறதுக்காக தான் இங்கே வாலண்டியர் வந்து. மற்றபடி நான் இந்த வேலையை பார்த்து இங்கே வந்து நான் நிறைய கற்றுக்கிட்டேன்.
Okay, so she's saying that she has not been working, and like she only did her degrees, and after she's just been at home, like being a person in the house, helping the housework and everything. And yeah, and once she met Swamiji, she started thinking of the humanity, how to give this, how to help Swamiji in this mission. And once after coming here only, she's learned a lot of things. So let us come back. So let us jump into this power manifestation now. So now let us move on into the Shastra Pramana, which is a scriptural reference for its extraordinary powers and direct words of Paramashivoham given in the Agamas. The Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 47, Dharana 24. Sarvam dehagatam dravyam vyadvyaptam mrigekshane vibhavayeta tastasya bhavana sastira bhavet. Sarvam dehagatam dravyam vyadvyaptam mrigekshane vibhavayeta tastasya bhavana sastira bhavet. Sarvam dehagatam dravyam vyadvyaptam mrigekshane vibhavayeta tastasya bhavana sastira bhavet. The translation for this pramana is: O Gazellite one should cognize that the constituents of matter existing in the whole body, such as bones, flesh, and etc., are being pervaded and saturated with cosmic consciousness, Paramashiva. Having ascertained thus this awareness and cognition of oneness with Paramashiva will become firmly established and manifest through the body. Great. With these beautiful words from Paramashiva, let us jump into the power manifestation. So now, Shruti is going to begin the power manifestation by connecting with Paramashiva by chanting the Mahavakya, which is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, which is the passport that will connect us, that will take us to Paramashiva. So now, this all, sit straight, your head, neck, and spine in a straight line, and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So to authenticate this whole experience, we are providing you with the Apta Pramana, which are the experience and the results of the Vedic rishis and scientists who time-tested and verified the science. Sushruta, the Indian physician and surgeon of the ancient India, is known for his pioneering surgical techniques and influential treatise Sushruta Samhita, which forms the foundation even for modern day surgery and for Ayurvedic medicine. Sushruta mentioned that much of what he practiced was directly revealed to him by Dhanvantari, the Hindu god of Ayurveda and medicine. So this is the Apta Pramana. So yeah, so quick, Mashruti is that. So you can, Mashruti, you can share what Paramashiva revealed to you.
So what Paramashiva revealed to me is I'm able to see some upside down in your stomach. So you're not able to, your stomach is not able to digest the food which you are taking, and then it is causing gas inside your body, and then I'm able to see some pain behind in your shoulder, backside shoulder. You're having little bit pain, and then stomach is causing a lot of gas inside your body, and then because of that you're having some knee pain a bit. Then you're facing difficulty to sit and sit down and stand, and then I'm able to see not much problem in head, but I'm able to see a bit pain in your head. You're having some headache sometimes at points of time, and then so the solution which I saw was to take a lot of liquid. I think so you should do Nirahara Samama for at least 2 days. So the stomach problem ups and down will be completely solved, and then the gas which it is creating because of heat, so it will just become and cool down. And then how Swamiji told, you can keep the wet cloth also in your stomach before sleeping. And for headache, I think so you should do little bit meditation. Head is avoiding to be so much like for medicine and everything. You just need to do little bit meditation. So you'll be healed. Your headache will be healed. It will not have so much headache. And for knee problem, you can apply vibhuti. Whenever it pains, then you'll be fine. For 2-3 days you apply, it will be fine.
Okay. So one comfort for Nigla, Shrutina Sundar.
Digestion, the problem இருக்கு. கேஸ் ட்ரபிள் அது இருக்கு. எப்போவாதான் தலைவலி இருக்கும் அதை சொல்றாங்க. உட்கார்ந்து எந்திரிக்கிற அந்த பெயின்.
So yeah, actually Mark confirms that whatever my said is absolutely 100% right. Like she has a gastric problem She does feel the knee pain and she does have a frequent headache. Ma, so இப்ப சுத்தி உங்களுக்கு ஸ்கேன் பண்ணி சொன்னாலும் உங்களோட நீங்க என்ன எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணீங்க இந்த டைம்ல? Yeah.
நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி 5 years டாக்டர் படிச்சுட்டு ஆனாங்க ஒரு டச் இனிஷியேஷன்ல டாக்டர் ஆயிடலாம் தெரியும்.
So yeah, so I just want to say that, like how I said that, like it takes like either you study 5 years to become a qualified doctor, or whereas you just take one touches from Swamiji and just become a doctor, and that's it. So Shruti, how did you experience? Like, what's your experience during this COVID while manifesting?
I felt very nice when I did, and it felt like I'm giving solutions of it can be healed. So I felt I'm healing somebody and I'm curing somebody from disease. So she will avoid, she'll not suffer anymore. So I felt very nice when I got the solution for a Paramashiva and then I revealed it to her. So she can be out of problem. So she avoids needing to face the problem again and she avoids needing to go to doctor and everything. She can just heal herself here and there.
Okay, so with this, we'll come to the conclusion of today's Uttamattama Seva, an offering. This at the feet of Devi Nithyananda Paramashivam, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and the supreme founder of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Thank you all of you for joining us, and thanks to the volunteer also for coming and volunteering us for this Uttamattama Seva. And we would like to invite all of you to join us for tomorrow's segment of the Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana to witness various different powers which will be manifested on various different occasions. Thank you. Nithyananda. Love at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta, Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam. Welcome all of you for today's Nithyananda Satsang. It's really being very special, like the way Swamiji is giving what Swamiji is talking. It takes at least 2-3 times for us to listen to the satsang, so we are able to catch at least a bit of it. And yesterday Swamiji had revealed about he told a very mystical line in Tamil, and he told us to do vakyathasis about it, about the whole satsang itself, and it was really powerful just to contemplate about it.
And just now, as we all witness the Uttamottama Seva, the offering of the best of arts, the best of everything, the best of the best that we know, with devotion to Paramashiva. And now we're all going to be entering into the next segment, the Nithyananda Satsang. So before entering into this segment, we would like to offer our gratitude to the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And we welcome all of you, all the viewers who have joined for this segment, the Nithyananda Satsang, the divine enlightening audience with the avatar. We have people who have tuned in from more than 150 places across the globe, from more than 24 different time zones. People have tuned in for this direct audience with Swamiji. We have our global monastery campuses housing our sannyasis, Kailasians, and Adinavasis. And we have our Nithyananda Gurukuls, the schools that provide free education to people. We have our Annalayas, which serves organic free sattvic meal to thousands of people. We have our university campuses, libraries, every place from more than 150 places around the globe that have tuned in for this Nithyananda Satsang via two-way video conferencing. All the Kailasians and de-Kailasians and thousands of viewers who have joined via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and various other social media platforms for this Nithyananda Satsang.
Now, before we enter into today's segment, let's watch a small video on who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
I am as old as sun, as new as sunrise. The various incarnations happened, gave a breakthrough to consciousness and gave opening to the next level. My responsibility is to introduce new consciousness which manifests powers of Sadashiva. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. I have experienced Sadashiva in his completion. and He has empowered me to transmit that experience to all of you. It's my commitment to all of you. I'll make you experience and manifest Sadashivatva, powers and state and space of Sadashiva. When you manifest powers, naturally the state of Sadashiva and space of Sadashiva starts manifesting in you. More power manifestation, more integrity, more unclutching, more nirvikalpa samadhi, more joy, more restful awareness, more responsibilism, more enrich, more bliss. This tradition has a capacity to retain its authenticity and originality. My purpose is to make this statement to the world. Hinduism is real. Ideas move from mind to mind. Energy moves from space to space. Cognitions move from body to body. That is why even Sadashiva needs a body. He assumed the body because he needs body to transmit these cognitions to you. Whatever I am doing is reviving the original science as expressed in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Vedas and Agamas of the Hindu tradition. Given by Sadashiva, received by Devi, adopted by Vishnu to run this universe is Agama. Agamas insist on us serving beyond our frame. Whatever experience, anubhuti I had by my Guru's grace, Atma Pramana, I do acid wash with Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, the ancient masters' experiences. Whatever finally stand, I share it with the world as Sakshi Pramana. I welcome everyone for the grand feast of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Let us go on contributing.
His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We all saw a brief introduction of Swamiji, of course, which is already outdated because, like Swamiji told, Swamiji always has been serving beyond his frame for the humanity. Just at the age of 12, Swamiji went around his town serving, enriching people and offering them services in the best way that he could. At 20, just at the young age of 20, Swamiji had already walked the length and breadth of India, serving, going door to door, house to house.
healing people, walking people out of their illnesses, walking people out of their problems and issues. Just at the age of 23, Swamiji started a global movement of peace, bringing peace, blissful coexistence to the whole globe, humanity at large. And today, Swamiji stands as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, leading all of us, the 2 billion Hindus worldwide, into living a conscious lifestyle and having a superconscious breakthrough. And Swamiji has founded Sri KAILASA, the world's only Hindu nation. Whenever I introduce this whole how Swamiji has gone from a small boy, a small village boy in a remote village in India, to becoming a global, a global icon, or I should say the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Swamiji beautifully explains that his vision has been the same throughout. It's not, his vision hasn't changed because Swamiji was very clear from his birth what his purpose was. The people would have changed, the resources would have changed. When Swamiji was 3, whether Swamiji sat and did Surya Namaskar from morning till sunrise till sunset, or whether Swamiji fed the deities, or locally with Swamiji's friends, whether Swamiji organized and did alankar to the small deities in the temple, or whether Swamiji as a young boy ran around and helped the priests, bringing them food, helping them clean the temple. All that while also Swamiji's vision was to bring back legitimacy to Hinduism. Of course, he is Paramashiva incarnated in the human body. But as Swamiji grew, whether Swamiji was just a 3-year-old boy, or today, whether Swamiji is 43-year-old Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, all the sciences that Swamiji has revived, all the initiatives, the global initiatives that Swamiji has launched for the humanity, Swamiji's vision has always been the same: to bring legitimacy to Sanatana Hindu Dharma, to give the best of Sanatana Hindu Dharma to the humanity at large, to bring peace, to bring a blissful coexistence amongst the humanity, to walk people out of problems, diseases, illnesses, poverty, and conflicts. And thousands of people getting healed every single day, thousands of people walking out of problems in their lives, thousands of people pouring bliss tears at the remembrance of Swamiji, for he has made so much of difference in each and every individual's life. Let's all see how it all began, where it all started from.
The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know: integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva. I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000. But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I'll walk from village to village, sit, spend some time. And small boy, naturally people will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I'll start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know. It was a raw, crude, ground level way. One person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way. One person at a time.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்து ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்புல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்துள்ள ஒரே நபர் எங்க ஹாஸ்டல்லே முதல் நபர் அவராக தான் இருப்பாரு. குளிச்சுட்டு வந்து தினந்தோறும் பூஜை செய்வாப்புல. பூஜை செய்து விட்டுட்டு யாரெல்லாம் அவர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் கேட்கிறாரோ அவர் திண்ணூறு வச்சு இன்றைய நாள் நன்றாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாருக்கும் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாப்புல.
ஏன் அவர் சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் இருக்கிறாரு. ஆனால் அந்த சிரிப்பினுடைய அர்த்தம் எனக்கு இப்போதான் கரெக்டாக புரியுது. ஏன்னா அது வந்து ஒரு தெய்வீக சிரிப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த தெய்வீக சிரிப்பை என்னால் இப்பவும் நல்லா உணர முடியும்.
ரூம்குள்ள வந்துட்டாருன்னா ஒண்ணு சும்மாவே இருக்க மாட்டாரு, புக் எடுத்து படிப்பாரு, இல்ல அந்த சிலைகளுக்கான அலங்காரங்கள் பண்றது இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. இல்லைன்னா எந்நேரம் பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு அந்த மெடிடேஷனோ இல்ல வேற ஒரு பாவநிலையிலயோ ரூம்குள்ளேயே நடந்துட்டு இருப்பாரு. இதுக்காக ஒர்க்கையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஒர்க் டைம் வந்தா அதுல இருந்து இறங்கி வந்து உடனே வேலைக்கு போடுவாரு. வேலைக்கு போயிட்டாருன்னா அங்க சிரிச்சு பேசி ஜாலியா இருந்து அதே நேரத்தில் உன்னிப்பா கவனிக்கிறது.
Parivrajaka Yatra happens only when you move out of joy. I tell you, I was moving like a banyan leaf in the breeze. When a leaf falls from the tree, in the breeze how it moves. That's the way I moved in my life. That is why my Parivrajaka, even to remember, is a joy for me. I tell you, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So, most smartest strategy is hard work with integrity. That's all. That's the most smartest strategy. I decided, let me sit and start doing, start empowering, start enriching. Actually, that is the way I remember me even now. When I close my eyes, I don't remember me sitting in a golden throne. When I close my eyes, I only remember the boy, village boy with a stick on his shoulder, a kamandalu. Before Hindus could recognize, I have created a very powerful enlightenment ecosystem. Everywhere, spiritual awakening is happening, enlightenment is happening. People are manifesting enlightenment, manifesting powers, everything. KAILASA is reviving the enlightenment ecosystem. The KAILASA will be the place where almost million power manifestors are living and running. At least 10 million temples and monasteries which are spiritual embassies of Paramashiva, and reviving this enlightenment, power manifesting civilization. Kailasa is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems. Kailasa is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived. And established in such a way it never gets lost again. There forever serving the humanity.
Being a small young boy from a remote village in Tiruvannamalai to today creating, offering Kailasa to the humanity, offering Sri Kailasa, the world's only Hindu nation, to the humanity. Actually, one beautiful thing I'm so excited about is the whole movement that Swamiji is doing for reviving Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And the whole world is literally waking up to it. I'm already seeing so many people starting to take up this challenge, like the upcoming votes of Kailasa, which is for the first ever time, Hindus are going to be deciding for Hinduism. You may have a question. Why? What is so special about it? Right? As Hindus, we never got to decide. See, the Hindu constitution, any country has to have its own laws to maintain the society, to maintain the country in all its fronts. The Hindu constitution used to exist in many countries, and it was completely wiped off even in India. The Hindu constitution was completely wiped off when the British came, and after even till in between when the British were ruling, the Indian constitution was still a Hindu constitution. And much later, like when the freedom, the independence had to happen, like when we got the independence, that time the constitution that was changed was completely changed to that of what the British had left and went. Rather than being a Hindu constitution, it wiped off Hinduism completely. So now what is it like? What is this Hindu constitution about, and why is it so important for us? If you're a Hindu who's watching this right now, just think and see, what do you know about Hinduism? How much do you know? And how sure are you that what you know as Hinduism is Hinduism? how do you know whether what you are practicing is even going to be protected till your next generations are going to be followed? Who's deciding all these? And more than that, if at all you want to learn about something, or you're a Hindu and you want to learn about your roots, you want to learn more about how Hinduism has been, what does it talk about, how many of us do even have access to those scriptures or sciences? How many of us, if you want, let's say today you want to learn about the Charaka Samhita, and you want to learn about that scripture authentically, what exactly it means, where is the science available to you? If you Google, you get the translation of our Hindu manuscript, which is housed in a library in the London. Actually, and a translation of a Christian, like it's someone else. And I'm not being against Christian religion, no. But the thing is, what Hinduism, the source scripture, the oldest written manuscript about the medical science, is housed in the Wellcome Library in London, and the translation for us is taught by a complete Westerner who has no idea. Actually, what damage does, right? Like I was going through the Manusmriti translation. I just want to give an example. I was shocked at this. So the Sanskrit verse very clearly says how a king should be deciding in his court, like based on what are all the different uh, parameters that he needs to focus on when seeing if someone is guilty of the crime or not. And one such parameter is Varna. Varna means the caste you are through your occupation, like what you are doing, through that what caste you belong to, based on your occupation. So what is the occupation that you are doing? But it was translated, so this term Varna can either mean it actually Sanskrit is a beautiful language. The meaning is based on the context of the verse. So you can either translate it as color or occupation. We never had something called racial discrimination at all in Hinduism. That is why even if you see, like even in the stutis, like where the gods are praised, there's nowhere the gods are praised based on their color. The color is told, but it is not that, oh, you're white, you're black. That concept never existed in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. That is why the Krishna's color of how dark he is so beautifully explained in a very poetic way. It's celebrated. So when I was reading the Manusmriti and the translation, that's when I understood there was never color-based racial discrimination never existed. But the translation says that the king needs to decide the justice based on, like, he needs to see that there are different parameters, and in that one such parameter, what is supposed to be translated as an occupation was instead mistranslated as race. I was shocked by it. Each, like this is just one thing that to the level of Sanskrit I know, and when I'm reading it, this is what I'm able to understand. And that too only because Swamiji had already explained the beautiful context of this Varnashrama Dharma. Actually, the Manusmriti is it is criticized in multiple levels, telling, oh, that it is very, in Manusmriti only, there is this discrimination between the caste system. And if you're born as a Brahmin, even if you don't follow anything as Brahmin, you still are getting the respect. Actually, that's absolutely a no. Because in Manusmriti, Manu beautifully explains, telling that if a Brahmin is not living as a Brahmin by his Varna, even if he's coming and begging for alms, if you give alms to them, you get that sin. Both the person who's not living as per his what he's supposed to live, and if you are going and supporting him in that, you get the sin. So it's in multiple levels. It's a very, very advanced constitution system itself. So Swamiji is reviving this Hindu constitution in a very phenomenal way, very practically applicable in today's modern society.
And also by reviving Sri Kailasa, Swamiji is making these sciences of how Hinduism functioned, the Hindu democracy, how people were able to make a choice. I honestly, I only knew it as an idea, like, oh, okay, kings were there, kingdoms were there, and people were able to go and access the king. But I never really understood how really people were able to make the choices and how the whole thing was decided. Who was the decision making authority? That was always a question, because right now we both monarchy or democracy, in both ways, the we elect a person in democracy, that's true, but the decisions are all made by someone. And so that is how till today we are functioning. That's why any government authority or anyone is able to decide and spend from Hindu temples how much ever is needed, all of that. So this raises so much of questions in us when we see it. Only when Swamiji revived and made is bringing this Hindu democracy to the people with the Shastra Pramanas, we are all able to understand how much progressive our uh, civilization was. Us as a civilization, how progressive we were. Same way. Now, Swamiji, very recently, Swamiji announced about the first ever voting that is going to be coming up in Sri Kailasa. And the topic being vegetarian or non vegetarian, and whether we want non vegetarian ritualistically or regularly. All these choices, Swamiji told, it is for the Hindus to decide. All of us, the practicing 2 billion Hindus worldwide, we can make a choice. So, just that one thing took us into researching about more about vegetarian, non-vegetarian, or how are these choices being made, and what Hinduism is telling about all of this. There was a lot of discussion, and we have been doing that for the last few days, even in this segment, and we are having amazing responses from people tweeting live on Twitter. With hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. I was just about to tell that you all can interact with us now. You can share your opinions and your what do you want to vote for, or what is it that you feel. Actually, we have many people who have shared in multiple ways about your opinions about the upcoming votes, and even some of you have even shared about how you have taken up the challenge. So it's really exciting. All of you can use the hashtag Kailasa votes, hashtag veg or non-veg, and go to Twitter and tweet. Please use these two hashtags and tweet your opinions. And I just wanted to share some of the tweets that people had tweeted yesterday, which I missed reading out. So Ma Jayashri B, she has tweeted telling, I'm a vegetarian. I have successfully done Nirahara Samyama several times since it was first introduced by His Divine Holiness and in 2012. And she has also shared the sign up link. So happy, Ma. So you're also taking up the challenge now this time. I'm so happy to know that. And Madan Nithyananda Maya has tweeted his photo. So we have all taken up this challenge, the 21-day challenge. So we have 3 days, 7 day, and 21 day. So where we either choose one of these four Nirahara Samyamas, where the first one is the Vyasa Nirahara Samyama, where your diet is just rice and vegetables and fruits that's grown around the Himalayas, and you also learn the Brahma Sutras. Second is the Rama Nirahara Samyama, where you consume only the forest based fruits and vegetables, and you learn the 108 Upanishads. And third is a Krishna Nirahara Samyama, where you just live on dairy products. And fourth is the Nityananda Nirahara Samyama, where you just consume liquids, just juices, soups, smoothies, etc. So these are the variety of options, and you can choose either level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is for 3 days, level 2 is for 7 days, level 3 is for 21 days. All you need to do is just go to befoodfree.org and every day you need to tag Swamiji at Sri Nithyananda, and you have to tweet and even post on Instagram. Just click your selfie along with the days count, day 1, day 2, day 3, and use the hashtags hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. And the fourth step is nominate 5 of your friends for this challenge. So these are the simple 4 steps through which you can become a part of this challenge. And if you are completing this by October 25th, get ready for some exciting gifts.
So now, when we are talking about this food, yesterday we were all discussing how does your food affect your moods or not. Today, I wanted to bring up one very important um, topic of how the food-like products are sold to us, and all our senses are used for us to eat. There's something that is like very important. I'm sure many of you will be so much aware of this, especially today with the lots of people progressing towards having more healthy diet, organic food, more right choices in food, and healthy living. All of that, so many people are going. So today, mainly, we're all going to be seeing about how the food like products are dumped into us by the industries.
Actually, just saw the tweet from Divyananda. She has tweeted, challenge accepted. Divyananda declares that shield to Nirahara Samyama level 3. Today is day 1. Awesome, Divyananda. Just quickly go to befoodfree.org, sign up, and also click your selfie and use the hashtags, and also nominate 5 friends of yours who you think can take up this challenge. Divyananda, the challenges are also in multiple, like all the 4 different Niraharas are there. You can even suggest for friends, even if they find it difficult to just be on liquids, they can still do Vyasa Nirahara Samyama or Rama Nirahara Samyama or even Krishna Nirahara Samyama, where they can just consume like Vyasa Nirahara Samyama, they're just going to be consuming basmati rice and vegetables that are grown around the Himalayas. And Rama Nirahara Samyama is just where you are just on fruits and vegetables. So it's so easy. So you can even suggest to them any of these Nirahara Samyamas. So cool that you've taken up the challenge. So even the viewers who are watching now, even if you want to take up this challenge right now, just use the hashtags hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. Tweet it along with telling the challenge accepted, and you can start signing up on befoodfree.org.
So, just coming back to the topic, I wanted to start it with a question. For many of us in our localities, in the place that we live, our food is made so the what we eat, wrong foods are normalized for us. For example, when I met one of the sannyasis who is from the US, born and brought up in the US, and when I was just talking to her, I realized that when she was young, for all of them, even in their university time or when they were brought up, going and having burgers, cheese, which is not healthy to continuously eat, but that is normalized. You don't feel, see, you don't feel it is wrong to dump 7 days a week straight pizzas into your body. All of these are completely normalized. I want each of you to share how in your places, because I'm sure we are having people from all corners of the world that are watching us, whether you're somewhere in the US, whether you're sitting in France, Germany, Guadeloupe, Reunion Island, or whether you're sitting in UK and Russia, Paris, anywhere, any corner of the world, or somewhere in Australia or New Zealand or Fiji or India, Malaysia, Singapore, China, anywhere. Each of us in our locality, we have a totally different food that is available.
Actually,
I want each of you, and even in YouTube, we have the live chat, and we have many of you who are watching. You all can even go there and put it on YouTube in the live chat. We are looking at it now and responding to all of you.
So I'm seeing many of you who are watching this. So happy, Ma Bobby Ravi Kumar. I'm so happy you're watching. Eppadi irkeenga, Ma? Nithyanandam. And if you're taken up the challenge, just go to Twitter, tweet it with the hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. Ma Bobby, for you it should be easy. And you can just take up, there are 4 different challenges available. So one is the Vyasa Nirahara Samyama, where you're just going to be consuming rice and basmati rice and vegetables and fruits grown around the Himalayas. Second is Ramanirahara Samyama, where you're just going to be consuming vegetables and fruits that's mostly grown in the forest. Third is Krishnirahara Samyama, where you are going to be consuming just the dairy products. Fourth is the Nityananda Nirahara Samyama, just living on liquids. So it should be easy for you. Just take a moment, go to Twitter and tweet what challenge are you going to be taking.
And I request each of you, as you're on, we have hundreds of people that are watching us right now on YouTube. So go to YouTube, and if you're on YouTube or even on Twitter, so you can go to the live chat on YouTube and you can put to us whether you are having food, real food, or food like products in the localities that you live. Because I see that many people who want to have access to the right food do not have it available in the places that they live. I have seen people who want to um, go to the right places. They want to go see. They want to go have organic food, healthy diet, but unfortunately, they do not have it available or accessible in the places that they live. So each of you, I request all of you to go ahead and leave us your responses on Twitter with hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. If you're watching, we have 177 people that are watching us right now on YouTube alone. So each of you that are watching, take a few moments to respond. Whether it is, I'm not just talking about pizzas or burgers. I have seen even how many chemicals are added even in the vegetables, how much the marketing is done. I'm sure many of you would have been shocked to see how the food is being marketed to us. Recently, I was watching a video where I saw how the wrong food is marketed to us in a very, very strategized way.
Actually, I'm seeing many of you who are starting to chat on the YouTube. And okay, I think Madan Kumar has told this universe has no choice other than following Paramahamsa Nityananda. That's absolutely, we are seeing it happen every time Swamiji is telling something and it just happens. Abhi Lohit is asking your names, please, sister. Yes, my name is Manitya Tattvapriyananda and she is Ma Nityanandita. And Ben Hebel-White is asking, has satsang happened already or is there satsang today? We are going to have...
half of the crowd is waiting for, all of the crowd is waiting for the satsang. Yes, satsang is starting very shortly. I request all of you to be tuned in. And this is a small segment before the Nityananda satsang. So you all can continue to be tuned in.
And we have Rosemary who's asking, I have a question. Your own sister, formerly Maya Priyananda, is posting anti-Swamiji videos. Is she brainwashed by her father? Absolutely. See, we need to understand this. I just wanted to address this. Unfortunately, right, when people who are filled with destruction in their core, like the violence is so much that anything they want to see, they want to destroy. They don't want, see, exactly this culinary. Purashram father, cunning fox, so we call him as Kulnari. So his whole attitude was to suck as much as possible and destroy. This was his attitude. So that is why what he did, he even forgot that we are his daughters. And we actually started, I noticed some of the crimes that he has committed. And when I started confronting him about it, he planned to kill us. He first wanted to use us against Swamiji. He wanted to use us as his weapons for destroying Swamiji. When we said no to it, and when he saw that I also know the crimes he has committed, he wanted to kill me. Seeing thing, he doesn't bother about those children are his children. No. His whole thing is to destroy. So for that, he would use anyone to destroy someone. And actually, it is so, Chitma, you're asking about how whether she is being brainwashed. I feel completely it is just threatening because if a man can call his own daughter and threaten her to file a rape charge, false rape charge, he will go to any extent because he is a he's an I should say an assassin or a murderer who came in the guise of a devotee and wanted to live in the sangha. His core intention is only wanting to destroy. So Ma Rosemary, I hope your question is answered. I'm so happy that all of you are interacting. Anybody who has any questions, anything that you want to share with us, you can post it now. Right now, you can either go to Twitter and tweet it, use the hashtag Kailasa votes, hashtag veg or non-veg and tweet. And you want to ask us any questions even on the YouTube chat, we are available. You can ask us. So we have, okay, many people are telling, okay, many thanks, blessings. You both have a good future. Yes, thank you. Chetan Krishna MS. How do I visit Kailasa? It's a role model state and peace. And Abhilohit is also asking how to visit Swamiji sisters. Okay, so I'll answer both of you. So there is a program we have. You can just go to paramashivoham.org and you can register there, where you get to directly interact with Swamiji, where you get to directly get Swamiji's blessings, receive messages directly from Swamiji. You get to interact with Swamiji. And to come to Kailasa right now, it's across the globe. We have thousands of Kailasa. Kailasa is a borderless nation, and you can just go to kailasa.org and find out which is the closest Kailasa available in your location. And all of you can go to paramashivoham.org. Whoever is curious, how do I visit Swamiji?
I bless you all.
How do
Let
I
you
get
all
access
open
to all
all
the
your
Swamiji
three
has
eyes
given? This is the right
and
place for you
manifest
to go. Go
the
to
powers of Mahasadashiva.
paramashivoham.org. A direct 16-day program in the presence of Swamiji. And all of you can sign up. It's a global spiritual awakening event. You all can go to Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham on a scroll for all of you. It is Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I am a very big fan of Swamiji. Yeah, I know so many youth are right now like it's literally like Swamiji is trending. And so many people love Swamiji, understand when they see that how much of attacks come on Swamiji, still he does not bend for that. He stands up for the truth and he continues to contribute. And we have Amrit Prabhuaya who's asking, what should I do to get into Swamiji's disciple ring? You can just, as we were just discussing, you can just become part of paramashivoham.org and you'll be able to become part of the devotees. You can just get initiated and become part of us and watch satsang every day. I'm seeing that we have 200 plus people that are watching us now. So each of you, any questions that you have with the latest, the Kailasa votes, or what Swamiji has been sharing about in the satsang, any thoughts, clicks, or questions that you have, please do go to Twitter or even on YouTube. We have 213 people that are watching us. You can chat with us directly on the YouTube chat and we will be taking your questions. Even on Twitter, if you go, you can actually post your questions and how, like what you're feeling, etc. on Twitter. Yes, on Twitter right now using the hashtag Kailasa votes, hashtag veg or non-veg. We have Kavan West who has tweeted, I think he has tweeted along with photograph. Are there risks in having liquid products that contain citric acid? And no doubt that Paramashiva can swallow. I'm so excited to be part of the Hindu nation. I have taken up the liquid only Nirahara day one. Wow. Awesome. Kavan Westaya, welcome. And good that you have, I'm so happy that you have taken up the Nirahara too.
And she has been doing Nirahara for the last 6 months, and maybe you can share with
Yeah,
the citric
so
acid effects.
actually, when you once you start the Nirahara Samyama, at least from my experience, 6 months I've been doing means for 6 months, nothing, no solid, only liquid and just juices, soups and smoothies, just that. Um, just make sure that it's not some like artificial product and non-organic, some products that are toxic. Apart from that, just living with natural juices, it's perfectly fine. Meaning you can have lemon juice, it's more refreshing, and you can have orange juice which contains citric acid, absolutely no problem. But I'm not very sure about how your body would react to juices that are, artificially flavored or something that's not natural. Because
I
always
think,
Swamiji recommends only the natural products and to go only with the natural ones. So that will be the best, yeah.
And also, like she told, soft drinks or any drinks that are artificially flavored, I think during Nirahara especially should be completely avoided, because I have seen people's body becomes extremely sensitive.
Yeah,
particularly
that's
talking about soft drink, I have seen people who will drink and directly their body will react much more than usual.
So
Because your
soft
body
drinks are
heals.
to be completely avoided, I would say. Um, we have many more people who are continuously messaging. Soman Tamalvar is telling Swamiji is now in everyone's heart. Yes, I know. We have many more people who are tweeting different things. Swamiji is an incarnation of Paramashiva, absolutely. Soman Talvaraya. Tamalvar. Soman Tamalvar, okay. What Amrit Prabhu is asking, what is Nirahara? Nirahara means where we are completely living in liquid fast, where we just live on liquids and completely detox ourselves.
And also, there are 4 types of Niraharas that has been launched as a challenge for the upcoming Hindu votes. You all can see the 4 types of Nirahara. One is the Krishna Nirahara Samyama, meaning living on only on dairy products like cheese, butter, milk, buttermilk, curd, all of that. Living on that, only living on that. And second is the Vyasa Nirahara Samyama. Vyasa Nirahara Samyama is just only living on basmati rice and vegetables that are grown around the Himalayan region, means the organic vegetables. And third is the Nithyananda Nirahara Samyama, which is only living on fruit juices, smoothies, and living on fruit juices. And the fourth Nirahara Samyama is Rama Nirahara Samyama, living on forest.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Don't worry, you don't need to worry. Oh my God, lifelong should I give up? No, you can progress towards that, but you will be having 3 days, 7 days,
and 21 days. So all of you can go to befoodfree.org and register. So many more people are, yes, Nithyanandam. So many of you are telling Nithyanandam, Maja with Majer, Nithyanandam, and Raja T, Nithyanandamaya, Kevin Mednick, Nithyanandam, Elham Voice, Nithyanandam to all of you. So just so that all of you know, we are having the KAILASA votes, the first ever voting, the KAILASA votes coming up. And you all can go and tweet your opinions, everything using the hashtag KAILASA votes. So you can see the hashtag is projected right now in front of you and right under the video. And listen, I'm just going to be telling what this votes are going to be about. This voting is going to be about whether non-veg food, the meat, non-veg food, should it be part of Hinduism or not? You can tweet, just go right now, go to Twitter, use the hashtag Kailasa votes, hashtag veg or non-veg, and tweet what you think about it. I know so many of you are so beautifully interacting with us right now on the YouTube chat, but I request all of you to go to Twitter, tweet what do you think about this votes, like the votes that are coming up on October 25th. We have this voting where you are going to be voting for whether non-veg food should be part of Hinduism or not. Go to Twitter right now and tweet Nithyanandam. So many more people are telling Nithyanandam. Yes, awesome. We have one person who has posted. Bhaktka Devotion is the YouTube name. Ma started Krishna Nirahara Samyama last month, but after 10 days I broke because I'm not getting pure non-violence based milk. Pure and organic food really matters, Ma. That's so true. But so happy that you did. So that's the first level. Means the second level, which is the 7 days that you have completed. That's wonderful.
And also, Ma Vimala Nambiar has posted that they have all the Nirahara, the next batch of Nirahara has started, and that's wonderful. And all of you, whoever wants to become part and take up this challenge, each of you can go to befoodfree.org. The link has been projected to you all, and you all can go to that and you all can sign up and take up the challenge.
Kevin Mitnick, you put okay, sister. So are you going to be taking up the challenge? That would be awesome. And what do you think about Kevin? What do you think about vegetarian and non-vegetarian? Just go to Twitter now and tweet. Then we will be reading out your tweets to the people, to all the people. And if you're using the hashtag Kailasa vote and hashtag veg or non-veg, your tweet is going to be also be displayed on the Kailasa website. So just go right now and tweet. YouTube, Isha has put, do not have a Twitter account. I'm on YouTube link. Okay, that's fine, but would really recommend you also to come and join us because every single day we have a discussion on Twitter where actually only today we are reading out from the YouTube comments, but usually we have a discussion, beautiful discussion. We have so many people participating in the discussion also to come and tweet, who come on Twitter, tweet with the hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. Andrea's Skull is telling, I don't understand the letters on Be Food Free website. Okay, so that's the style where we are having this font specifically because this is more relatable to how we have in Sanskrit, how we write in Sanskrit. So that's the reason why.
This is absolutely just English written in a Devanagari font. This is the official font of Sri Kailasa. You all can, you'll be surely able to read it. I request all of you to just pay a little bit more attention. It might be very new for you, but this is the traditional, a traditional style English font. Yes, you all can sign up now for the Nirahara Samyama. There are 4 levels. You all are seeing on the screen now the upcoming Nirahara Samyama.
So we have 240 of you who are watching right now on YouTube. Any of you, what do you think about this? What is the discussion that's happening right now? You all can become a part of this discussion right now. Just go to Twitter, tweet with the hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. You can also interact with us for now in, is it free? Amrit Prabhu is asking, is it free? Yes, it's absolutely free of cost. You also get a community who supports you. Understand, whatever we are announcing now is absolutely free of cost. Actually, Swamiji, in the whole of Kailasa, food and education are completely free. So, how many types of vegetables, fruits, and organic and other prices? Tell me. Sagaya Tanish Raja is asking. So, I'm not sure what your question means. This Nirahara Samyama is absolutely free of cost. You get a whole community, a group that supports you.
And you can also have the organic vegetables for each Nirahara Samyama. Actually, you all will be able to see the detailed description. Many of you are curious about the Nirahara Samyama. So you all can go to befoodfree.org. You will have a detailed description there on what you can eat, what is the right food you can have. All of it is absolutely for free.
Yes.
All the services and initiatives that has been launched by Sri Kailasa, whether it is Nirahara Samyama, whether it is Annadan, whether it is healing, everything. Swamiji offers all of this for free. even education, the Nityananda Gurukul, which has so many thousands of children who are becoming a part of and receiving education, is absolutely offered for free. So this website you're all seeing here is befoodfree.org. All of your questions will be answered here, and the detailed guidelines are given to all of you.
Okay, Chetan Krishna is asking for the URL. Okay, the URL is befoodfree.org. It's now displayed. You can use it. Kavan West has again tweeted, at times I feel shaken by the words addressed to the cunning fox, like they aren't worthy of acknowledging or being worthy of love. Absolutely. That's so true. And broken pattern, simply let him free. As this science is given, let it be shared. Hashtag veg or non-veg. Hashtag Kailasa votes. Absolutely, Aya. Actually, Kavan Aya. See, whom I'm talking about is supposedly my Purvashram father. But the violence in him, the destruction that he has caused, so many people have lost Swamiji in their life because of him and his gang.
And not just that, he is a mastermind who plotted, who lived in the Sangha for 7 years, every day eating, getting everything from the Sangha, all the benefits, lived a life of luxury and everything. And then now looted from the Sangha, swindled money. Swamiji, so much of Swamiji gave for people's, like for Annadan, all that he looted for his personal gain. When he was caught, he just went out, and now he's trying to use us to attack Swamiji to destroy the mission.
Actually, you all can use the link nityanandatruth.org. You can go to this link for detailed information about this, about how the attacks have been planned and happening. So we have Narad is telling, good to be here. Great. We are also happy to have you here. Ben Hebelthwaite is telling, also I had a fall a couple of weeks ago and the right side of my neck is still a bit sore or inflamed. Any advice, body scan or healing would be hugely appreciated. Don't worry, yes, Swamiji will heal you. You'll be completely healed. You can also go to kailasa.org and you can go to the banyan tree, the Kalpataru. Just go and search for Kalpataru. Just have the live darshan of the banyan tree. You will be healed from any pain that you have. So we have all these services just so that, like many of you are watching, just so that all of you know, we have live darshan of the Kalpataru, the Bididi banyan tree, which is the wish fulfilling tree, continuously available, and you can also enter your wishes and get it fulfilled. All these services absolutely free of cost. And Prakash Babu is asking about if Swamiji writes blogs continuously. Yes, every day we have. Go to his HDH Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page. In that Facebook page, HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam, KAILASA's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam. In that Facebook page, every single day, we have the transcript of whatever satsang that Swamiji is talking. We have the transcript of it available. The Facebook page name is just given right now below the video. You all can go to this Facebook page and go visit the page. Every day you can be reading what Swamiji is sharing. And also in his personal account, Swamiji shares many different truths, like literally what you need for today, what you need for your entire life. Everything is just every day he shares. So
and for all of you who are watching, this scroll that is put right now, you have the Facebook page name, and you have the YouTube channel name, and you have the two important websites, www.kailasa.org and Nityananda TV. You can visit any of these and you will be able to have all the information that you want. Many of your questions that you have will get answered. So we have this.
Reina Sinaya is also.
Oh, Reina Sinaya, Nityananda, glad to see your comment, your chat also.
Reina Sinaya, have you also taken up the challenge? The challenge that we are having. We are having the 4 different Nirahara Samyama challenge. I'm sure you would do it amazingly. We have like 21 days left for October 25th. So if you can start the challenge even right now today. So if you're going to take up the challenge, just go to befoodfree.org and sign up, and you can take up the challenge. Also go to Twitter, use the hashtag Kailasa votes, hashtag veg or non-veg, and tweet. So we had Dits was tweeted, Nithyanandam Dits. So every day you interact with us. Nithyanandam, so happy to see that you have tweeted. Ma, can you share what is the context of food itself in Hinduism and the Hindu ecosystem? Like what is food? Why food? Why feed others? Wow, that's a big question. Context of food itself. Actually, and I can just say, from what I know, I have heard from Swamiji, the food is told to be taken as a medicine. Be it Charaka Samhita, in Charaka Samhita or Patanjali Yoga Sutras, food is itself considered as a medicine. What is required? The food itself is not right now. Today, we have gone to such an extent where medicine itself is taken in the quantity of food. But food is told to be consumed just as a medicine, just in the medicine level.
True. And also, Swamiji beautifully tells, eat as per your goals. So, in Hinduism, the food, everything that we do is aligned as per what you want to be. So, every food that you consume directly has an impact on how you manifest the reality that you want. It's not like some a very distant relation. Directly, it affects. It's directly related to how what you want to become. If you want to live a life as a yogi, manifesting the highest space, state, powers, being of Paramashiva, you can't go and sit and eat nice, inorganic food and fill your body with toxins. No, everywhere how you want to be, whether you are a person who does lots of physical work, then what is the food you need to eat? Whether you're a person who has lots of intellectual debates and who does a lot of these, who enjoys brain candies, then what is the type of food that you need to eat? That is how food is described in our Hindu scriptures.
Actually, we have Nicoletta, Ma Nico Agora Shivashakti. She has tweeted her picture with a small cute bird telling hashtag veg or non-veg, hashtag Kailasa votes, hashtag Nithyananda. Make your choice. I'm vegetarian. All animals, trust me, I don't eat them and become my friends. And she has proved it by holding a beautiful bird. That's beautiful, Ma Nicoletta. And Renasanaya, I'm seeing your YouTube comment that you are also taking up Nirahara level 3. That's wonderful. You can just go, why don't you just come to Twitter and tweet this. Just take a selfie along with Swamiji's Atmamurti and tweet it with the hashtag Kailasa votes and hashtag veg or non-veg. Yes, so all of you can go to Twitter.
I hope your question is answered.
So now we have few more minutes before we enter into, all of you are waiting just to have the darshan of Swamiji. In a few more minutes, we are going to be having the darshan of Swamiji. So before we enter into the meditation, I recommend all of you just take a moment now. Click the share button and share it on your timeline or to your friends. Just share it. See, for you, it might just be a simple share. But someone who suddenly they might just stumble upon this video. And when they have the darshan of Swamiji, and when they listen from the message of Swamiji, suddenly they might realize that that is exactly what they are in need of. So you would become a beautiful channel of Swamiji just through your one share. So go ahead, take a few minutes. We have a few more minutes before we enter into the most awaited part, darshan of Swamiji. We have about 270 of you right now watching on YouTube and many more on all the Facebook pages. We have so many different Facebook pages and many more YouTube channels also. So through all these different social media platforms, Nithyananda TV, Kailasa TV, all of you who are watching right now, just take a moment, go and share this. And the moment you all are waiting for is going to be coming now. Please sit, center into meditation. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. Start chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.